How's the mic? It's good?
The mic's good.
Mic's magical. Magical mic.
Hey Mojoholics, welcome to Inside Watch Mojo episode 20, but episode 1 of a new format to be continued. We'll talk later. Anyway, before we get to everything, we're gonna flip the script and I'm going to tell you who won last week's contest, which was our top Letterman moment, because we were a little behind the times. Do you have a top Letterman moment before we
Wow, many. Give me a second and I'll think of one. I did watch the show. Go on.
Okay, so I will tell you the winner. The winner is Doug Housley at Doug in SA. Fave Letterman moment, it's a quote, "Them bats is smart. They use radar. My family still uses that 20 years later." I thought that was funny. There you go.
I remember, obviously the Joaquin Phoenix is pretty memorable, but I remember just watching on YouTube Ozzy Osbourne's first appearance. Okay. He was effed up then as well as now. It was interesting to see Dave Letterman, circa 82, trying to just talk to him in a normal way. Probably that one.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of those. Dave just trying to be
Dave
normal
being,
with weirdos.
Yep.
So Doug, please email us at contest@WatchMojo.com to claim your prize and send us your shipping info. So, what are we doing on the show today?
So we just thought, since it's episode 20, we always like to change things up. We're going to change the format. You guys like lists. You tell us you like lists. So we're going to do top 5 inside Watch Mojo events and happenings at the office. So number 5 is this new format. Why? You like lists. Short and sweet. We're going to count down. So what's number 4?
Number 4, since you weren't here last week, Mad Men finale. We're, again, a little behind the times, but what are you going to do? Sue me.
I called the finale.
I know. I can't believe this. So wait, was it on Twitter or was it on Facebook?
I probably posted it on Twitter during the scene in the penultimate episode where he sees the Coke machine. And I won't lie, being a guy who follows the business and ad world, once I noticed the storyline evolving with McCann Erickson,
who actually, okay, spoiler alert.
Yeah, too late. So basically they crafted that 1971 ad. I said, wait a second, didn't Coca-Cola have this really, really iconic ad in the early 70s? They did. And then I said, well, who created that? McCann Erickson. And then I looked up Weiner, the writer, Matthew Weiner's birth date, and I assumed he probably, in the early 70s, saw that, and it stuck with him, and he probably had very, very positive thoughts of it. And since Don Draper is this master ad guru, creative director, I just thought it would make sense. Now, I won't lie, during the final episode, I was like, if I had hair, I'd be pulling it out going, what is this frustrating path? What's happening? Please tell me he doesn't become some hippie. That would be so weird of a finish.
That never crossed my mind. I never thought he was going to become a hippie.
I mean, speaking of finales, obviously Weiner was part of the writing team at The Sopranos. So I thought, as much as some people say that was a great ending, others felt incomplete, you knew Weiner was going to make people feel complete. So it had to be something like that, where Draper doesn't all of a sudden quit drinking, quit smoking. And by the way, how horrible was that Betty Draper finale?
I wasn't a huge Betty fan.
But still.
Well, no, but I started watching it from the beginning again because they were doing that thing. AMC was playing all of them before. And so I was watching it, and it's eerie to watch from the beginning and see, she smokes in every scene.
Yeah, she's a chain smoker.
So, yeah.
Ultimately, I thought Weiner was a genius and a craftsman for the way he made you care about Pete Campbell, root for him to save his marriage and get his family back together, and you felt so much sympathy and empathy for Betty Draper and the kids. So I thought that was genius. I thought he threw a bone to the audience with Peggy. But I thought the Don Draper was magical, and I was expecting it to be more like last episode he goes back to the office and he kind of is losing the Coca-Cola account, or he's being overshadowed by others. And I did think it was going to be more of a traditional ad agency setting where he kind of paints the picture of the ad. But the way it went down, when it finished, I was like, wow, I feel so complete. It was like the perfect meal, perfect glass of wine, perfect dessert. You're like, wow, masterful.
Yeah, I was happy with it.
You were, well, before moving on to the third segment, or number 3, you were a viewer of Lost.
Yeah.
Did you like that finale?
I'll be very honest with you. I don't think I understood it, so I guess not. I mean, at the time I wasn't angry at it, but I was just like, what does this all mean? As I think everyone else
that was probably what they were going for, to leave it somewhat ambiguous, because the whole show was a bit weird. All right.
Yeah, but there's ambiguity.
And stupid. No, I'm kidding.
There's ambiguity. Oh my God, never mind. Ambiguity, and there's leaving it and And that's how I felt
And
anyway. But I'm an idiot.
You quality control and proofread our scripts, right? I'm just joking.
I read the scripts out loud.
All right.
Hopefully they don't put the word ambiguity in it.
Number 3.
Number 3, new Facebook teasers.
Right. So look, our focus is you guys, the Mojoholics, and YouTube. We definitely put YouTube even ahead of our own site, but we are starting to dip our toes a bit on Facebook because there's obviously 1 billion people on Facebook, and we like to make people happy.
Don't forget to like us.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We've kind of not done much on Facebook, and that's going to change. There will be a lot of extras and teasers and custom content that we're producing, shorter clips just for Facebook. So you don't have to. We'll keep the best on this channel on YouTube. But if you want to get even extra WatchMojo content, if that was possible or desirable, then just make sure you follow us on Facebook.
Right. All right, so number 2 is, I can't wait to get the explanation for this, our bridges and explosions philosophy.
Yeah, that's not bridge explosion. So what do we mean by that? So I'm a soccer fan, and basically in the beginning of the 21st century, Real Madrid had this, this Galacticos policy, also called the Zidanes and the Pavones. What is that? So basically Zidane was a superstar, and Pavone was like a player in their farm system. And their philosophy was like each off-season, they were going to do both. They were going to go sign a superstar, and they were going to bring up a local player from their farm club. So where's the parallel with WatchMojo? We at WatchMojo will be publishing, and the reason why we repeat this is because look, each month we have 500,000 subscribers. That's a lot of people, and some of you are confused. You see top 10 bridges. A minority of you lose your shit, and then you see like explosions on skyscrapers or planes, and you're like, oh my God, what is this content? So look, we make no apologies, right? That's why you guys tune in. We're here to serve you. We're here to inform and entertain, but we will do both. And the reason why we publish 3 or 4 clips a day, and maybe at some point 5 clips, well now we're at 5 clips and maybe in the future even more, is because we have 8 million subscribers, so it's really hard to give you just 1 clip and think that we're gonna make you all happy. So long as the format makes sense, and it's a top 10 format, and it involves pop culture and infotainment, things of that nature, we will have a bridges and explosions philosophy. We will do the top 10 bridges. Look, a lot of people like to travel. Architecturally speaking, I don't know if that's a word, they're impressive, feats of engineering. So we're interested in that stuff. But we'll also do the explosions. We'll also do the scenes involving villains and superheroes and comic books and video games and the music list. The reason why we do it is because we're hoping that in a given day we give you 1, 2, hopefully 3, ideally 4, and wishful thinking 5 clips that you love. And that's our policy. We don't make any apologies for it. There's a gazillion channels out there on YouTube. You're welcome to follow what you like and be a fan of what you like. And so that's our policy, and we will repeat that whenever somebody says top 10, whatever. You guys must be running out of ideas.
Top 10 types of bread.
I can't wait to see that video. I love bread. We're foodies. You don't give me ideas. Guys, top 10 breads.
Okay, so number 1 is our latest milestone.
Yes, so this past weekend we cracked through 8 million subscribers with all-time 3.1 billion views and 8 million subscribers. We're kind of ranked in the 30s in each list, but then I was like, wait a second, I like lists. Let's combine these 2 lists and see how many channels have more both subscribers and views than us, and how many channels do you think?
Okay. I don't know, like 30?
No.
You said we were in the 30s?
We're in the 30s. No, only 15. So only 15 channels are bigger than us, both in terms of views and suggestions. That's pretty impressive, of which 7 are Vivo channels, and then there's obviously PewDiePie and a few others. So that's that. To finish off, suggestions you're working on?
Yes, so actually we're working on top 10 movie couples with a really ridiculous age gap.
Oh, like Lost in Translation? Bill Murray and ScarJo?
Yeah.
Any reason why we're doing this list?
Well, it's actually because, I don't know if you heard in the news, Maggie Gyllenhaal was turned down for a movie role because she was too old to...
She's like 36,
She's 37 to play the lover of a 55-year-old man. Gross. Did I say gross? Gross. Do the math. It's gross. Anyway.
I'm 37, and yeah, no comment. So, okay, what I'm working on is What I'm working on is actually the top 10 singer-songwriters.
Okay.
And the reason why I wanted to mention that is I'd like to ask the Mojoholics to do us a solid, make us a favor. Do us a favor. So when you see in the comment section of a video, somebody make a suggestion, and then like at least 50 people upvote that, somebody, please, we'll give you free stuff. Take that and email it to us at WatchMojo. The reason is sometimes, look, I used to read and reply to a lot of comments. We're busier, so we don't always get a chance to read every comment, thread, and whatnot. But if there's a suggestion you see that is being upvoted, we should know about that. We'd like to make you happy. So it would mean a lot to us if you guys help us, and just basically send that in. That way it gets on our radar, and we will accelerate it, because I think yesterday one of us saw the top 10 singer-songwriters. It was upvoted 51 times at the time. So we said, look, people want this. We've toyed with it. Let's just accelerate it and get it up.
Awesome. That's it.
So those were the 5 things and happenings, events and happenings at inside WatchMojo this week. Tell us if you like the format. Do you like the countdown? Do you not? We're here to listen and improve.
All right. See you next week.